Good evening, my friends. Welcome to me, Flecky Bennett, and the third Flecky Bennett show. How are you all doing this Saturday night, everybody? We used to do it on a Sunday night, but we thought we'd see what it's like on a Saturday night. But you're probably all in the pub, or enjoying yourselves. And if you see this after you've come back from the pub, I hope you've had a bloody good night out. You're not too drunk. Make sure you drink plenty of water before you go to bed. Okay? So, my friends, I hope you're all well, those that are watching live. And just want to talk tonight a little bit about two things. What I'm going to try to do is talk about the next ghost walk which I've got coming up. So the next one I've got coming up, I'll have a bit of dry ice. Next one I've got coming up is the Saturday night ghost walk in Manchester city centre. And it's the only one I can do in Manchester on a Saturday night, because if you've been on a Saturday night round Manchester in the city centre, you'll know it's just full of stag and hens. Stag and hens everywhere. So I take people on a Saturday night ghost walk around the Castlefield and Campfield area, which unbelievably, even on a Saturday night in the city centre, you don't see anybody knocking about. It's absolutely brilliant. So, my friends, it'd be great if you could come and join me on the Saturday night one. There's just 10 tickets remaining for the next one. And come along. And those that have been before, you'll have had an email and you'll know what to do next. Read your email and then come and join me. So yes, the Saturday night ghost walk takes place in Castlefield and Campfield, a marvellous area. I'll explain to you why it's called Castlefield, why it's called Campfield. Here's a little bit of a clue. Why do you think it's called Campfield? Because it was a camp in a field. It's as simple as that. I take you where to the castle is in Castlefield. I take you to the old plague pits and a cholera site, and then we go walking down a stretch of the canal where lots of people have been found drowned over the last 9 years, whether it's the pusher, which people talk about, or people have fallen in drunk, or just tragic accidents. But it's an interesting location. How many people do we have on board, Emma?
We've got 9.
9. Any comments?
Claire Richardson says, "Hello Flecky, can you wish my Rosie a happy 6th birthday?"
Hello, Rosie. Happy 6th birthday, my love. Have a spooky birthday. Is it today? If it was today, I hope you've had a great time. I hope you saved me some jelly. I love jelly.
Jean Farding says, "Hi Flecky," and Lisa Goddard says, "Good evening Flecky."
Good evening, Jean, and good evening, Lisa. Nice to know that you're there. Why aren't you out on a Saturday night? You're as boring as me, sat here inside, me and Emma. Oh, yes. We don't go out these days. Well, I've been out quite a lot this week, to be honest. So, and tomorrow we're off to York for just a long weekend, and so I might take in a ghost walk there. There's about 9 to choose from every night of the week there. But yes, let me just talk about the Saturday night one a little bit longer. And then if you've got any questions, please ask us and I'll try to answer them. I'm only going to stay on for 18 minutes because that's the optimum time you should have a Facebook Live video for. So let's see if that's true. So yeah, the Saturday night ghost walk comes up next Saturday night. 10 tickets remaining. We start off at the haunted Lockkeeper's Cottage, Lock 91. And then I tell you a bit about the Beetham Banshee. Oh yes. And then I take you down Deansgate for just a little walk, because I don't want to stay on Deansgate because it's the land of the orange-coloured women on a Saturday night. And then we go to where the most infamous office, the most haunted office in the world. It made national press in 2012. Talk about the Blue Death. Take you to a mass burial ground where there's 22,000 people buried. And then I take you to the haunted Coronation Street set, where it used to be. Talk to you a bit about that. And then about the 2 world's firsts in that area. The first public train track and the world's... Oh, sorry, I'm just middle finger. I didn't mean it that way. And the first public canal system as well. And then I take you through Castlefield, and then we finish outside Lot 91 again. It's a great night out. 1 hour and 20 minutes, done and dusted, and then you can go off and get drunk. What can I say about it? Any comments coming in? A bit of dry ice.
Yeah, Andrea Thomas says hello.
Hello, Andrea. Nice to know you're there.
Kat Janatovic. I can't say
Oh,
it.
yeah, Nicola.
Yeah, says hello, love.
Hello, Nicola, love. You all right, love?
Anne-Marie Kelly, well done on #1 TripAdvisor tour.
Yes, yes, I wanted to mention that. Yeah, thank you to everybody out there that's voted, well, not voted, that's left reviews on TripAdvisor. It's been a long process, but I've slowly made my way up from just starting on TripAdvisor, where I was like 40th out of the top things to do in Manchester. I've made my way now to number 3. Now, I'll never get to number 1 or number 2 because number 1 and number 2, there's a tour company which offer free tours every single day of the week. So they've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of reviews all the time, because who's going to leave a free tour a bad review? You're just not, are you? Because you haven't paid anything for it. And they're every day, so there's all these. So I'll never catch them. So as I see it, I'm the number 1 paid tour in Manchester, which is quite something, I think. And yeah, I'm proud of myself. I'll have a bit of dry ice. Any more comments coming in, Emma?
Yeah, 6 feet of separation says, are you in Australia, mate?
I'm in Australia. 6 feet of separation? What's that then? Is that their company here? Is that your name? It's a good name, that. No, I'm in Manchester, UK.
Claire sat in PJs with laryngitis.
Which Sue?
No, Claire.
Oh, Claire.
Richardson.
Oh dear, love. Oh,
Yeah.
laryngitis? That'd be no good for me. With all the shouting and screaming I've got to do. Although I must admit, the Altrincham Ghost Walk, I start off and the location I start in the old market square in Altrincham has got this noisy bastard road. And it's so noisy I have to scream my head off to get heard. And the second performance, I actually lost my voice about halfway through. So I managed to get it back again. I found it under a tree. But I got it back. And so I feel your pain, love, I feel your pain. Any more comments coming in, Emma?
Yeah, Sue Spencer, will you be meeting Trevor Rooney in York?
Well, did you know Trevor Rooney, Sue? I've been following him on his radio show, but he's blocked me. He's an absolute lunatic, and I don't mind saying that. He's up and down like a bride's nightie. One day he's happy, next day he's depressed. He's blocking people for no reason, so he's actually blocked me. I never even spoke to the guy, but he's blocked me now. So I was thinking about going on his ghost walk, but he can swivel now, really. So I'll give my money to one of the other ghost walks. I mean, he is a dodgy character, you know what I mean? And I don't mind saying that, he is. I mean, if you read his TripAdvisor reviews, you'll know what he's about, really. Next.
Lisa Goddard, sprained ankle, love York, have a great time.
You got a sprained ankle, Lisa? Oh, good God. That's no good, is it? Yeah, we will have a great time. If we don't go on a ghost walk, there's a Viking bar there now, which we've not tried, so we like a bit of Viking bars. And a fantastic bar called Trembling Madness. And it's wonderful in there, isn't it, Emma?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
And
really
Trembling
is.
Madness is the old term for when you've got the DTs in the morning, when you've got the shakes from drinking too much alcohol. It used to be called Trembling Madness disease. And this bar is named after it. So we'll have a wander around. Might even do a Facebook Live, you never know. I think we will. Any other comments coming through?
Aaron Bushell says, have a good night.
Hello, Aaron. How are you? You all right? He was with us last night, wasn't he, Aaron?
He was.
Yes.
Yeah.
We had a drink together after, didn't we? Oh, I like him. I like Aaron. He's one of my regulars. No? And you must come on the other ones as well, Aaron. You've got the email. Well,
Yeah.
you know.
Cholton for your next one.
Cholton, yeah. Get your Cholton one. Yeah.
Yeah, he says, I wish I was there again tonight.
There is
Oh.
one tonight. Oh, you mean? Well, yes. Well,
Yeah.
you know. Well, what can I do? You know, I can't do it every night. Well, a massive turnout on the Didsbury Ghost Walk last night. I mean, it sold out. But because I also do a special offer for people that have been on my tours before, there was quite a lot of people took up special offers last night as well. So there was 40 people last night. It was a big crowd, and it started pissing it down halfway through, and the heavens opened, you know. But still,
They were smiling still.
I was smiling, and you know, and
Enjoying it.
I think, you know, it's Manchester, innit? We just get our big coats out, you know. It's better doing a ghost walk in the rain and the dark rather than the sunshine. Although it's good in the sunshine. I'm cutting my nose off to spite my face there. Any other comments coming in?
Yeah, Nicola says, never suffered with the trembling madness myself.
Is that, which Nicola's that?
Cat.
Cat! Oh, no. Have you not, love? I remember when we went to watch Motley Crue. I don't know if you all watched The Dirt on Netflix. I personally think it's a really good film. It's, you know, there's comments from absolutely awful to brilliant, and I think it's pretty good. But we went to see Motley Crue on the last tour here in Manchester, and Nicola actually managed to nick the plectrum out of Nicky Sixx's hands, and I've got it right up here on my wall. So I've got one of Nicky Sixx's plectrums from that last song of the last date ever in Manchester. And the next day, Nicola had the trembling madness. She had trembling something, but it was a bit lower than Wasn't trembling up here, but it was trembling down below. You know what I mean?
She says good times.
Squitters. Any other comments coming in?
How
many people are on anyway?
We've got 10 watching with us.
10. Well, I mean, it's a Saturday night. You know, but we're going to try doing these Flecky Bennett shows once a week, but try different nights out to see which is the best night and what gets most people watching. Sunday seems to be quiet. Saturdays are obviously not a good choice. So we might try it on a Monday next time, and a Tuesday and a Wednesday, and see what goes on. But I just want to talk about, you know, the nearest Ghost Walk. So I'm talking about the Saturday night Ghost Walk. If you haven't done it, please come along. It's fantastic. If you want to do a different one, I also offer one called the Haunted Canal Experience, which is available it's available Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday nights for private bookings. It's exactly the same as the Saturday night one, but we have an interval and we have an extra bit in a haunted room inside Lot 91, and we do a Ouija board and a seance. That's available for private bookings, so that can be done via the website. But the Saturday night one, it's just all in one go, an hour and 20 minutes right round. Really good night out. What time are we on, Emma?
We've got just under 7 minutes left.
7 minutes? Oh, come on. Ask me some questions. Any more questions coming in?
No questions, but Lisa Goddard says we've spent a lot of time in York recently.
Yeah.
House of Trembling Madness is fantastic.
It is.
And we did a really good ghost walk, and if I can remember which one it was, I will send you some details.
Well, Lisa, was it the one that started and it went down the shambles with a guy, I mean, usual ghost walker attire, top hat, cape and a Gladstone bag? If it was him, he's probably the best, to be honest. And then there's another guy who dresses up as a highwayman. There's Trevor Rooney who dresses up with a big hat with a feather in it. And there's another guy that just dresses in a long black coat. But I reckon you probably did the one that goes down the shambles, didn't you? Because that seems to be one that most people go on. That's the one that's advertised and it keeps winning the best ghost walk in York for. So it's probably that one, was it, Lisa? We'll wait for your answer to come through.
Andrea Thomas is watching on a break at work.
Oh, you're working now, Andrea? Oh, nice one. Well, that's it. I mean, this has cheered you up, hasn't it? Is this your lunch break?
Claire Richardson, have you ever used a spirit box?
I've been in the presence of one when I did the filming for Ghost Dimensions Flying Solo. When we did an investigation, you can watch it on. There's a link on my website to watch it. It's now on Now TV as well. But they used a spirit box inside the haunted room inside the Shakespeare Inn, and it came out with some random stuff. Yeah, you just leave these boxes on the side, and they can be silent for an hour, and then they'll just suddenly shout out like "run" or "help" or a name, and so yeah. I've thought about getting one for one of my performances, but it's no good if I have to wait an hour because the performance will be over. I like things to happen quickly if I can. Anything else coming through there, Emma?
Yeah, Cat Nicola, what's your web address, please?
manchesterghostwalk.co.uk. Dead easy. Or if you just Google, if you Google Manchester Ghosts, or you Google Flecky Bennett, I'm at the top of every search engine. Then I have a London Ghost Walk, which is londonghostwalk.co.uk, and a Paris one as well, parisghostwalk.com. So they're all there, but everything's linked through manchesterghostwalk.co.uk.
Gaynor Alexander, hiya guys.
Hello, Gaynor.
We've got Stuart Torrival watching.
Stuart, hello,
Hi,
Stuart.
Stu.
Hey, Stuart, most haunted Stuart. How are you, my friend? Lovely guy. You still going to the gym? You're looking buff these days. I've not been to the gym since I met you there. So that's only a few weeks, isn't it? But I am out ghost walking every night. And see, this is a fun way to get fit for those people out there. You learn and you burn.
He says hello, Flecky.
Hello, Stuart. Nice to know you're there. Still got to watch your last series, actually, because Emma watched it by herself.
Oh, binged it. It was brilliant.
Although we always watch it together, because I'm too scared to watch it on my own, she watched it in binge when I wasn't here. So I've got to watch your last series, but I will do, Stuart. I'll get round to it. Anything else coming through, Emma?
Yeah. Jackie Hughes, do you believe in ghosts?
Yes, I do actually. I always thought all my life I don't know what I believe in, to be honest, but I'm open-minded. I don't believe we die and that's it. That's the end of it. But I also believe for some things there's a scientific reason why they happen, and then there is a paranormal reason. I believe there's scientific reasons why Ouija boards work, and then there's things I've seen on Ouija boards which cannot be explained. you know, where only I knew the answer and I wasn't anywhere near the board. So it's a baffling subject, but I'm open-minded to it. It quite annoys me when people say there's no such thing as ghosts, or, you know, but how can you be so certain about things? You know what I mean? I think you've got to keep an open mind in life to everything, really. So I do and I don't in equal measures. I'm open-minded, and I tell that on my performances. And anyone where we use a Ouija board or a seance, I say, you make your minds up how it works. There's a scientific reason why people think it works and a paranormal reason. It's up to you. But these things always work. You don't have to fake them. So that's why it's always very exciting to use. Any more questions, Emma?
No questions.
What time are we on?
We've got 2 minutes and 20.
2 minutes, we'll have a bit more dry ice. Look at that. Look at that.
Elizabeth Richardson's doing a ghost hunt at Morecambe Winter Gardens next weekend, and she's really looking forward to it.
Do you know, I've never done a ghost hunt overnight myself, personally. You know, like I do on Most Haunted and stuff like that, and I know Most Haunted do their own Most Haunted events and stuff. I've never done it. I'd like to. I remember going to Most Haunted live once. We were invited into the audience, but I couldn't make it at last minute. But I know there's lots of different companies, and there's the ones in Stockport, Club Zero, one of the leading ones, and you know, I get invited on a lot of them, but I'm just so busy doing my performances, and I'm ghosted out, you know. So yeah, I think when I'm not doing my ghostly things, I like to just clear my mind with something funny, comedies, something like that. I mean, I do watch a lot of horror and stuff, but I think you'll have a wonderful time. I mean, it's a long, you know, it can be a long, hard slog on these nights out if nothing happens, but as long as you've got good people there and psychics and mediums, there's always something going on. So, yeah. But I've never done one, but have a great time yourself. Any more? Any more for any more?
You've got about a minute.
A minute, come on.
To answer, how do you define ghosts? Might ghosts be also defined more broadly as being our imaginations? That's from Simon Woolham.
Yeah, they could be your imagination. I'm quite into this thing about stone tape theory, where they reckon if something happens traumatic in a room or a location, that the wall can basically record that energy, then keep playing it back again. So our ghosts, a video or an audio recording being played back, it's quite amazing, because red sandstone, which is in bricks and in these old castles and stuff like that, one of the main ingredients in audio tape and videotape is iron oxide, red sandstone. So there is the theory that it plays it back. So I'm kind of into that as well. And there's a guy called Richard Felix, which some of you might know, and he said if we did come back as ghosts, we'd all be Billy Bollock naked, because clothes don't have a spirit. Clothes don't, you know, only our naked selves. So
10 seconds.
it could be all sorts of things. But my friends, I shall see you again soon. See you on the Saturday Night Ghost Walk, and I love you all.